He's a singer, and he's a man that can shake, rattle, and roll. And he takes us down memory lane week after week with Where Are They Now? And the Song of the Week. To finish the show, it's our pop encyclopedia, Shane.
Shane, could you do your Christmas wrapping somewhere else, please? This is a television show.
So, well, Barry gives these beautiful CDs away, and I end up, who has to wrap them? Me. God, I get all the horrible tasks around.
Merry Christmas, Shane.
Sorry.
Just take those home and do them at home, please.
Nearly gave you the snip. How are you, mate?
Very good. Hey,
nice to be here. Merry
last
Christmas.
show of the year, Shane, and
yeah, it's amazing,
can I
isn't it?
salute you for doing
Please
a wonderful
do so,
job?
yeah. Everybody salute. Thank you.
Well, this is the time for gossip. Just our last
Gossip,
Christmas gossip.
the only thing I've got really, because I'm busy at the moment, it's a busy
You're
time,
flat out,
you're
aren't you?
busy.
Yeah.
Of course, I worked with you just the other night, The Rumour, with yourself.
It was a
and
good
that was a
gig.
great night, and I just got back from Tauranga yesterday, thus the bit of a hoarse throat at the moment, but it's fine. We did the Citizens Club, and then this week we're at the new Lynn RSA, so the Shads and I, and then we're broke for Christmas, and then I'm right through January, February, so there's no time off. It's going to be a working holiday around the country.
Speaking of that do that we both did together on last Friday night, big thanks to Graham and Dawn.
Graham and Dawn, and they fed us well too.
Oh.
My God, it's the best meal I had all year. Wow, couldn't believe it. Delicious.
They put on a great show, don't
Yeah,
they?
happy Christmas to them.
Now, Shane, birthdays.
Oh, birthdays.
We've got to have some Christmas birthdays.
The birthday highlights of the week, I'm going to tell you. Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top, the man with the long beard, the guitar player. He is celebrating 64 years old.
When I'm 64.
I knew you'd say that. See, you're so predictable.
So predictable.
Celebrating with him on the same day, Monday today, is Benny Andersson from ABBA, the ABBA man, the Swede from Sweden.
I loved ABBA. I think they were wonderful.
You don't
Yeah,
love
still
them
love
anymore?
them. Still
You
love
do,
them.
yeah.
Used to argue
Well,
with
there
people.
is some good news. I think there are rumours that they are reuniting.
One more show.
One more show or something like that. They finally got over their differences, the divorces and all the alimony and so on. Good on you, Benny. Of course, Benny. And then on Tuesday, we've got Tommy Steele. Tommy Steele. One of the first records I bought, it was a 78, Singing the Blues. And he started out in 1956 with Rock the Caveman. Well, he's rocking the Caveman this week with his cake. He'll be 77 years old.
I even remember watching Tommy Steele at the movies. He was...
Yes,
it
in
was
black
always
and
there.
white.
Yeah.
1956. And we've also got on Wednesday, the big one. This is the big one for the week. Guess who? Keith Richards.
Oh, wow.
He's still alive, by the way. He is celebrating. He's caught up with Mick Jagger. He is 70 years old. Wow. 70. There you go. So I'm not far behind. But anyway, 70 years old. So Keith will be lighting up a few and rolling a few and playing his guitar and having a good time. I think he'll be partying with the boys, the Stones, just before Christmas. And it's wonderful to see that he survived to 70.
Good old,
and I
good
hope
old.
we are able to say the same when he's 80.
Good old Keith.
I love him. So happy birthday to you all, and a Merry Christmas to all our birthday people.
Now, Shane, of course, that all pales into insignificance. And we say that in a loving sort of a way. We're not sort of knocking the rest of the world, but everything else is insignificant compared to...
Song of the Week, and it's a beauty. Oh, I love those. I had to get a good E in this week. But yeah, it's a beauty. And of course, it's Christmas time, so we always celebrate the Yuletide, as we did last year, the year before. It's a Christmas song. And it has to be the greatest Christmas song ever written. It's called White Christmas. Well, Irving Berlin, he wrote this song in 1940. Well, and he wrote it in a little place called La Quinta. It was a beautiful sunny day. You wouldn't think he'd write a song like White Christmas, but there he
On a
was.
sunny day.
It was in a place called La Quinta, and it was in the middle of the night, actually, when he wrote it, because he always wrote his songs at night. Never wrote in the daytime. He'd start about 8 p.m. after dinner and so on, and he'd spend the whole night through till about 5 a.m. He wrote all these incredible songs right through his years, always at night. He's written this song, and he gets up in the morning, he goes to the secretary who travels with him, and he says, I have just written the best song I've ever written. Then he said, hold that, he said, I think I've written the best song that anyone has ever written.
Wow, that's...
White Christmas.
Yeah.
And so she takes it all down, scrolls it down, and he plays it off to her and plays the chords. She writes them all down. And that's how that song evolved. Now, Bing Crosby, he performed the song in 1941 for the first time, but it was on his radio show. But he didn't think much of it. He thought, oh, yeah, great song.
Okay.
Oh, he said to Irving Berlin, he said, Irving, I don't think we'll have much problem with this. I'll just record it and do it, you know. But he didn't record it properly until 5 months later, in May of 1942. They recorded it for a movie called Holiday Inn, which was a huge success. But the lead song that they released first on a 78 for the single sort of thing wasn't that. It was another song completely different from that. But White Christmas was sitting there, and they released it as the follow-up single. And that didn't do very well at all. White Christmas sat there and sort of hovered around. But by October, it hit number one. And a weird time to record or to release a Christmas song.
Yeah, in the middle of the year.
Middle of the year for them, and winter's not even arrived. It's just arriving. October, it was number one. It stayed number one for 11 weeks. You're talking 3 months, you know.
Wow.
It was number one right through to January. 1945, just as the war was ended, they released it again. And of course, the sentiment and the way that people felt, you know, they're glad the war's over, it hit number one again. And then in 1946 at Christmas, they released it again, and it was number one in 46. So it has that distinction of being a song that made number one 3 times in about 5 years. But in 1947, he re-recorded the song because the master of the original, the demo, it got damaged somehow. I don't know, probably wore it out trying to make more records on it. But anyway, the original master was ruined. So they had to go back in the studio. They used the same orchestra, the same backing singers and everything, the chorus, and himself, Bing Crosby, and they re-recorded the song in 1947. And that's the version that we usually get on record these days. The actual song by Bing Crosby sold 50 million singles.
Wow.
Records. 50 million.
Yeah.
50 million. It's the biggest all-time selling record ever. And then there's another 50 million on top of that other people have recorded. So he's got 100 million in sales as songwriting royalties.
Now, Shane, I can surmise that you won't be having a white Christmas this year because you'll be staying in New Zealand where the sun is shining.
I'm staying. I'm on the road. I'm going to be having a good time. No.
So I can surmise, Shane, that tonight's Song of the Week
Has to
got
be.
to be.
Well, actually, Gerard, Song of the Week this week, I'm sorry to say, is White Christmas. But I performed last year with Jingle Bell Rock with Tom Sharpling, and I thought it's time to get you off your butt. And I'm going to drop you right in it. And I brought a good friend of ours in called Grant Chilcott. Now, you all know Grant. He appeared on the show earlier.
Yeah, great crooner.
I brought the crooner from hell. He's going to be here with you. And you two are going to croon for me tonight.
Well, Grant.
And I thought you'd do it.
Grant came in and he was going to sing the whole song, and he said, "Come on, Jared, you've got to sing a little wee bit of it." Yeah. And I said, "Oh, well, Grant, you're the singer on this. You're the crooner," but he insisted that I join with him. So here we go. It's
Song of the Week. From the 1940s, the wonderful Irving Berlin song, White Christmas. The 2 Gs.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones we used to know, where the tree tops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones we used to know, where the tree tops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write.
May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Grant Chilcott, thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. You have a Merry Christmas and a Merry life, dear boy.
Thank you, Grant. Thank you.
What a crooner. Didn't you do well?
Well, I
Thank
don't
you,
know.
Grant.
Thank
Well
you,
done,
Grant.
mate.
But he is a wonderful crooner.
He wanted
Grant
you to have a
Chilcott.
sing.
Yeah.
You heard that. He wanted you to have a sing.
You wanted me to
Anyway,
have
you
a
did
go
well,
at it.
mate.
Yeah.
Good on you. Happy
Thank you,
Christmas
Shane.
for that. Yeah. Anyway, look, did you know?
I had no idea.
Bing Crosby himself. Now, he reckons he took no credit for that record's success. He still said to the day he died, he said, look, a jackdaw with a cleft palate could have recorded that and it would have been a hit.
Are you getting at me, Shane?
That's the truth. Well, I thought, which one of you was cleft palate and which one was jackdaw? Huh? Jackdaw with a cleft palate.
Yes, it is true.
Could have made that a hit.
Well, Shane, sterling job, old chap, and a sterling job, old sausage.
You got the old sausage in one more time, didn't you? Well, I look forward to seeing you next year and celebrating the music of our past.
And Shane, all I can say, once again, for 2013, you've done it again.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.